After 2 consecutive losses in the state championship, the Hawthorne Hornets finally crossed over into the promised land and brought home the school's first ever state championship. The tie with Wales makes things very interesting for the U.S. in Group B, and a lot will be determined when they face off against England on Friday. Right now it might look like a giant dirt pile, but come the spring of 2024 there will be fresh clay, a pitcher's mound right about here, and a dream for the players who are bringing back softball to Florida Gateway College. Last time I was here at Florida Gateway College's new softball complex, it was basically just a giant pile of dirt. But now the clay is down, the dugouts are almost finished, the fences are up, and you can feel that softball is right around the corner. Kids took off school, adults took off work, and everybody came together to watch the United States open their World Cup campaign in 2022. I got to toss the pigskin around with a couple members of the team, and I also spoke with them about whether their success is a surprise. You'll hear from them coming up at 5 and 6. And of course, everybody has their own Super Bowl traditions. Mine might be a little more pathetic than others. I like to wear my Dolphin jersey every year because maybe one year it'll be them. Enjoy the big game, everybody. Shelton will face fellow American Tommy Paul in the quarterfinals, and if he wins that match, it could set up a dream semifinal with one of the greatest tennis players of all time, Novak Djokovic. 13 of the 17 players that will fill this dugout for Florida Gateway College are from North Central Florida. I spoke with one of them who's from right here in Lake City and played softball for Columbia High School. She told me the Timberwolves will not be fazed by the challenge of being a brand new program. The weather could not have been more perfect as Motor Surf USA opened up its season right here at Keystone Beach. Coach Brian Shelton told me that there is no ceiling to what his son Ben can accomplish in his tennis career. You'll hear what else he has to say about his amazing run to the Australian Open quarterfinal coming up at 5 and 6. Despite being a brand new program, the Florida Gateway College Timberwolves flag football team is off to a roaring start ever since returning to action this season. From his first match here at the University of Florida, it became clear that Ben Shelton was the future of Gator men's tennis. Now it's looking like he could be the future of men's tennis in the United States. The Swamp is packed with fans getting ready to watch the Philadelphia Eagles and Kansas City Chiefs do battle in Super Bowl 57. Teams from all over the NFL are represented here tonight, but the Eagles are definitely the most popular. Eagles fans are outnumbering Chiefs fans so far, and most neutrals seem to be in on the Birds as well. I spoke to a couple fans about what it would mean to see their team bring home a Super Bowl trophy.
I think it would be so cool, just the experience alone from the first time with such a huge fan base that literally will go crazy for anything. I think it would just be a great experience.
We lost in the MLS Cup, the Union lost, then the Phillies lost the World Series. So we really need this one. We gotta bring it home.
The Chiefs are seeking their 3rd Super Bowl crown and 2nd since 2020, while the Eagles are looking to reign supreme after capturing their first title in 2018. And of course, everybody has their own Super Bowl traditions. Mine might be a little more pathetic than others. I like to wear my Dolphin jersey every year because maybe one year it'll be them. Enjoy the big game, everybody. Reporting in Gainesville, Ethan Budowsky, TV20 News. Florida head football coach Billy Napier took the day off work to do the job he says is most important to him, being a dad. Napier and his kids enjoyed all of the fun at the All-Pro Dad event in Gainesville. The annual event brought kids and dads out to the indoor practice facility at UF for a day filled with bonding activities.
I'm working at this every day, right? I think that's the cool thing about today is, heck, I'm participating. This is a great platform that we have, and hopefully we do some good today.
Interacting one-on-one with my son, as we do on a daily basis, but this is just a little bit more special because we're here with actual all the Florida Gators, you know. It's kind of surreal being in this facility, man. I'm loving it, and I know, you know, I'm like a big kid today.
Coach Napier has 3 kids at home, but he told me as a college coach, he has 90 or so more kids that he coaches every day.
I think the cool thing about coaching is that each kid's a little bit different. Some have unbelievable families, some have great stories and overcome, they're learning. But we get to provide in that regard to some degree.
And now that spring ball has ended, I had to take the opportunity to ask Coach Napier about his excitement for the upcoming season.
The approach we take, you know, it's all about what's next, right? And right now, we've got a lot of work to do in terms of building our team in every area.
And the Gators open the season on a Thursday this year, August 31st, against the Utah Utes. In Gainesville, Ethan Budowsky, TV20 News.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
The Swamp in Gainesville was packed with fans to watch the Philadelphia Eagles and Kansas City Chiefs do battle in Super Bowl 57. People represented teams across the NFL, but the Eagles had the strongest showing. I spoke to several fans asking them what their favorite part of the big game is.
Drinking, baby.
Let's go to our
Yeah. Watching with the people you love that makes it so special.
Competitiveness, you know, best teams play, best players, best coaches.
The Philadelphia Eagles. It was my favorite thing about the Super Bowl in 2018, and it's my favorite thing about the Super Bowl in 2023. Go Birds!
I spoke with fans of each team before the game about what it would mean for their team to bring home the Super Bowl.
I think it would be so cool. Just the experience alone from the first time with such a huge fan base that literally will go crazy for anything. I think it would just be a great experience.
We lost in the MLS Cup. The Union lost. Then the Phillies lost the World Series. So we really need this one. We gotta bring it home.
I'd probably go back to Kansas City for it. I haven't seen my family in quite a while back there, so I think I'd probably go back because it would be that big of a deal.
This is the first Super Bowl since the Swamp reopened, and people could barely find a spot. People told me it was great to have the Swamp back for big sporting events like the Super Bowl. Of course, it's the Super Bowl, so only one fan base can go home happy, and this year it's the Kansas City Chiefs. Congratulations to the Chiefs, champions of Super Bowl 57. Jake will have full highlights coming up for you later in sports. Reporting in Gainesville, Ethan Budowsky, TV20 News.
You gotta love technology. I mean, you just gotta love it.
Without technology, Gator men's tennis coach Brian Shelton would not be able to see his son Ben making history. The former Gator and Buchholz star is on an incredible run to the Australian Open quarterfinals.
It's been just a thrill, you know. My wife Lisa and I, we've been staying up, you know, every night that he's played and watched his matches. The last match that he played, you know, we were so excited. It felt like date night for us.
Ben won a team national championship playing for his dad as a freshman at Florida, then brought home the men's individual title his sophomore year. I spoke to our Gator insider Steve Russell about the possibility of the next face of American men's tennis being a Gator.
Some of the other major sports by its standard are struggling. For example, who in the NFL really stands out as a Gator player? You know, is there a real superstar? There's not. Well, here comes Ben Shelton, a new, young, fresh face who's making the impact he's making. That makes Gator Nation proud. So it's great to have that.
Shelton will face fellow American Tommy Paul in the quarterfinals, and if he wins that match, it could set up a dream semifinal with one of the greatest tennis players of all time, Novak Djokovic.
If he were to get through tonight and have the opportunity to play Djokovic, if Djokovic wins his match, I mean, that's pretty special. But if not, you know, it's still been an amazing run. He's far ahead of and exceeded our expectations up till now, and so everything is just gravy from here on out.
And just to make this journey even more amazing, it's Ben's first time out of the United States. In Gainesville, Ethan Budowsky, TV20 News.